Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Hi, I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, this video is many economists and investment analysts expect that the country will likely avoid a recession. Maybe. No, I don't think so. I think this is a recession. Average U.S. gasoline and diesel prices to decrease in 24 and 25. Well, it's pretty high out here. But to significantly reduce, I don't think so. Since when has the price of anything reduced anyway? 64% of the respondents, that's the public, predict food prices to rise next year. Okay, so the people, okay, I'm making a package of spaghetti. So this is really good spaghetti sauce. I love this kind. I get it at Walmart. So people think that the price of food will go up. They're saying, you know, the analysts and the investment and the economists. Okay, I'm just going to put two. I'm going to put one at a time because you're supposed to use spaghetti sauce. Okay, so here is, you've seen me. I usually stockpile these 4 at a time. I think I have about 2 left. So tonight's the night. Okay, so they're saying the prices of food will rise until mid-2024. Okay, so now food is 12.8% of the budget. Transportation is 16.8% of the budget, and housing is 33.3% of the budget. So we have, let's see, 30, 40, 49, 50, 1% just for food, transportation, and housing. That's what they're saying. And the average income for one person is $3,405 per month, and the average Social Security is $1,515 a month, $779 for food. Okay, that is not 12% of $3,405 a month. And EBT gives you $291, but if you go to the food bank, so that's almost $300. It was $200. So there has been an increase in the EBT. I know the seniors got $200 more recently. So with an extra 160, you'd be about 350 as opposed to 291. Okay. Oh no, that was the cheese. Okay, well the cheese is going in now, but it's supposed to go on top. Okay, now every American should have at least a 3-day supply of food and water. Like what? Like chili, like soup, like spaghetti, like peanut butter, like cereal, like powdered milk, like tuna, and like salmon. So those are the kind of foods that are good to stockpile. Okay, now let me get my homemade cottage cheese. So here, today I was eating the yogurt. Here is my homemade cottage cheese. So this is perfect for a little batch of spaghetti like this. Okay, so we're saying, okay, do we believe that with all this job loss we're seeing that we're eluding a recession, or that we haven't been in a recession? Well, one thing is kind of true is the social services seem to be liberal. So it's supposed to be 2 cups of water, but I just have 1 cup in here. Let me see how this goes. Okay, gasoline prices are on the rise. In San Diego, expected to be $7 a gallon. Utility prices are only expected to rise. So I have been trying to do everything I can to, without like just sitting in the house and going nowhere. I try to reduce my trips, just go to the gym basically, and if I need to stop on the way to or fro. Okay, so what I have in here is the spaghetti. Here it is. So this is going to make a lot. And these are the Dollar Tree hot sausages. I usually eat 2 at a time. What did I do with the package? Okay, so let me cover these back up so it doesn't get cold. I made some peppermint tea from Walmart, and I freeze that for the next day. Okay, it's starting to thicken up now. A lot of times I use stewed tomatoes, but I thought I don't want to use a whole can of stewed tomatoes for just a little. This is like sometimes I eat a meal in the middle of the night, so this is like that. So I don't want to, use a whole can of stewed tomatoes. And I find the tomato sauce to taste pretty good anyway. Okay, so let's see, food. I was watching one of my videos and from a couple years ago, and the food was at least double. Transportation. It's a lot worse if you have a car payment, and housing. So housing is 33% of a person's income, whereas a person who has more of an income can actually save 30% of their income. So what this video is really about is saving money. And so you don't have that much money and you're saying to yourself, I know I need to save money, but how can I possibly save money? This is the time, if this is a recession, that we really want to save money. Okay, so now, so you don't have that much money. How are you gonna save money? Okay, this is not pleasant. Stop all spending. Just don't spend any money. Okay, this is boiling, so it's good enough. So let me pour it on top of my spaghetti. And this spaghetti is good leftover. So if you're used to spending, you might be wondering, well, how can I possibly do that? Okay, years ago, I had to quit drinking alcohol. And for some people, especially those people who have an alcohol problem, that is difficult. I mean, normal people could go forever. So now I want to use I put the Parmesan cheese in it already accidentally. So let's just put my cottage cheese, some little pieces all around. So you can use your homemade cottage cheese just like mozzarella cheese. Okay, so my mouth is watering. So I quit drinking, and they have this thing, practice these principles in all of your affairs. So you have a problem, you have to solve it, and so it is easier. Okay, I'm going to cover this for 1 minute. I'll show you what we have so far. So this is a complete meal. We have tomatoes, tomato sauce, we have dairy, we have pasta, we have meat. That's good enough. And that's enough for I just eat it until it's gone. Okay, so we're practicing these principles in all our affairs, like losing weight one day at a time. We just say, okay, just today I'm on this darn diet, or just today, like weight training. I know that I need to weight train if I want to last. They're saying if we can survive 10 years, they'll have life extension. I think they have it now for people who have enough money. So, you know, anything like just for one day, I'm going to get this house clean. I'm going to lose weight. You know, I'm going to save money. So money saving is kind of easy. Just for one day, don't spend any money. None. And then the next day, and so how long are you going to keep this up? Forever? That's how long? Until the coast is clear? When you do have to buy something, go without it. This is what I used to do when I was poor. I went without everything. It didn't kill me. Okay, we're facing a recession. It's going to help you. I've been through a couple of them, and I've done this before. It's going to help you so much. One time I got a nice little house. Nobody had any cash. When you do, so number one, just go without. I mean, you can't go without toilet paper. I can't go without bird food, but I can pretty much go without. Okay, buy just a little bit if you need something, or buy the cheapest one for now until we go off of this money saving thing. I'm going to be doing this, and I will show you as I go along. And with gas, just don't go anywhere. Like, say, okay, today I have to go to the gym, but I'm not driving anywhere else out of the way. If I need to go somewhere, I can stop on the way or the way home. Okay, now credit cards. Okay, now I think the worst thing to do is take all your money and pay your credit cards off. I've been paying my credit cards down since the COVID, and they're just about all paid off by now. If you want to, pay a little bit extra, but keep your money, keep your cash, because if something happens, credit cards, this sounds horrible to say, but credit cards, you cannot pay them. They're unsecured. They're not going to take your house, take your car. But if you can't pay your rent, you're going to be out on the street. So mainly, if you pay them as you go, it takes you just about normally the same amount of time that it took you to get them. And if you quit spending, then, you know, if you want to spend a little bit extra on the credit cards, or pick one and pay that down. What I did is the life and death credit card is Chase Bank. No, the life and death card is American Express. Well, you don't want to lose any of them. That is not the point. The point is just make sure they're paid on time. And if you do that, then the smaller ones are paid off, and you'll get them paid off. They're like an elephant in the room. Okay, there's this big elephant in the room, but it's not bothering you, and you're not bothering it. Okay, now, don't count food in if you're really poor. Get EBT, or get or go to the food pantries. Here in this town, you can go every day of the week. Let's see if okay, this is looking good. Take a look at this. So yeah, the thing about cheap food is you can eat cheap food for only so long, and then you're gonna really say to yourself, I have to have some decent food. Okay, at that time, spend a little bit of money on food, you know, don't, you know. These Dollar Tree sausages are good. I like them. I bought 2 packages, so I will buy 2 more packages. Okay, if you're like a working poor person, you really should be on EBT. And you really should go to the pantries. Okay, now we're on this no spending thing. Eat all the food you have and come up with a thrifty plan, which would be cheap meals 2 to 3 times a week. So I have a stockpile, which I stockpile since the COVID, and so little by little I'll be eating it down. And it goes fast when you're eating it all the time and you're not buying. The pantry I go to is good because they give you fresh food. And I will show you guys what I get. I think I see we're getting about $40 worth of food but the one a week. But the one thing this food pantry doesn't give you is meat. But that's okay because you're not buying as much food, so you can afford to buy meat. I would buy, you saw I bought the big package of hot dogs. Today I bought a package of, I like Black Label bacon, but I found Walmart has bacon for under $6, the thick cut. I would buy hamburger, chicken, you know, just any. I bought chorizo because I had bought a lot of beans. I could put beans in this, but I could also, if you have the good beans, I have mushrooms, and try to get the one in the jar so you have a jar, because those are going to help you so much. So, and the thing is like if you usually eat about 2 cups, it says this is 4 servings, and that would be 4 large servings. So think about it as shelter and utilities. So like what I do is I stay in the kitchen, which is a really little room. And in theory, it's supposed to keep my utility bill down, but it's not really. Food, I've gone to the pantry to try to reduce that. Water, I started filling it at Walmart. Gas, and then so what I'm trying to do is hoard cash. One of my customers, you have to be careful when you're hoarding cash. She had a home safe, and her boyfriend gave her $15,000 cash, and she put it in the safe, and when she was at church, her grandson got it out and gambled it. That was the story. So for now, we want to hoard cash. We're working on, if the grid goes down, there won't be any water. We can't get in the stores. We can't get gasoline. Gasoline shortages. Okay, they're saying don't worry, don't worry. But I wouldn't worry, but I'd be prepared for a gasoline shortage or rationing. Depends where you live. Food shortages. I wouldn't worry sick about food shortages, but I would try to get food, and I would try to get money just in case. Natural disasters. So you need money for gasoline. Okay, natural disasters, you need to be able to drive or fly out of the area. And floods are very, very dangerous. Okay, the Red Lobster is closing 10 restaurants. Okay, now about clothes. Try to go without clothes. I mean, not naked, but buying clothes. Like me, I am retired, so if my clothes are clean, I can go for a long time. Why should I spend money on clothes unless I buy clothes at the thrift store? I mean, if I start getting low on something, then I need to go to the thrift store and load up half price. But basically try to go, or like, let's say from my exercising, I started getting really slender. Okay, that's funny, but I'm trying. So postpone all the spending, like on clothes, you possibly can. So like tomorrow, I'm not buying any clothes. I'm not buying any gasoline. I'm not buying any food. I will buy maybe a refill or 2 on the Cokes. Okay, now go through the house and say, do I have any half open packages, and try to use them all up. If you have junk around the house right now, just box it up, and then maybe in the future get rid of it or sell it. And then try to grow and preserve food. Think about the olden days. They didn't sit around and say, okay, the government is going to feed me. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But in the meantime, learn to grow food. My garden is coming along pretty good. But something is out there eating it. So I have to check and see what's going on. Okay, you guys, so now it's money saving. I think that's what everybody is really trying to figure out how to do. Okay, I think it was telling that Target is now taking over the dollar merchandise, because the middle to upper class people, if you live in a good area, it is so expensive to exist. You have to work all the time just to pay your bills. When I was a stylist, some of the cheapest people I ever met, some of the cheapest clients I ever had money. When they cut back, they really cut back. You know what they do? They don't leave the house. They have nice houses, and they don't have to go anywhere and buy anything. It could be for months. It could be the whole summer. Like there's people who live by the ocean. They don't need anything. So there's no reason, if you're not exactly wealthy, you can't be the same way. You just have to make up your mind that if I don't do this now, if this recession hits, I think this is a worldwide recession, but we have to wait and see. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.